But this has that energy for Virginia. There's a Virginia state karma. And then that karma is stemming from things like the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, slave trade, what was done with the Native Americans, state boundaries being argued over with like Maryland and West Virginia. And that all goes into what's going on with this karmically. And then, of course, you have D.C. And D.C. is its whole own game. Extreme chaos on the inner planes. There's just, and then that's overflowing, especially onto North Virginia. So you're just constantly under that influence of overflow from DC, and all that's like, we're not even gonna, I mean, to some degree we're gonna be cleaning that up, but not as a main focus. That's its own game. That's just something else. So just staying focused on Virginia and what's happening, like, especially since you've been there a long time, each of you who reside there now, you will have found your own way to be with these chaotic energies. So you might be repressing or suppressing them. You might have found a way to become transparent to them, to just let them pass through you. Or there just might be a steady state of annoyance that you're always kind of dealing with on some level. Or fighting against. There might be a sense of like needing to fight against it, to like shield yourself against it. So there's all these different ways that an energy system tries to deal with the chaotic energies that might be around them. Yeah, so I guess the other piece I wanted to share is, like, I sat down 15 minutes before this call started and just opened to the energy, was starting to, open to the transmission, was starting to connect whoever was going to show up with the transmission. And the energy, the light coming through was the strongest I think I have ever experienced. It was coming through like my teeth felt like they could fall out, and my face felt like it could melt, literally. There was so much energy coming down through, and normally by the end of a transmission, I'm sweaty. My whole body is sweating because my temperature just rises so much when I'm transmitting. And it was like within 2 minutes, I was sweating, and because of all the energy coming through. So there's something here. And again, it's connected with the group this time. So just all of you were already a part of that and are a part of it right now. Yeah. So let's just turn it over to the guides and the transmission. I'm the least interesting thing here. I want to see what is actually going on, what we can do about it, and how it can bless all of us, because it's really about helping each one of us, and then helping Virginia, helping this, especially this Northern Virginia area, be clearer, be more filled with light, not have so many annoying things going on that you have to adapt to one way or another. Yeah, and maybe better how to better adapt to it, regardless. So, any questions before I open this up to the transmission? Okay, so just go ahead and relax, and let's see where this takes us. They're starting out by just welcoming all of you and thanking you for doing this. This is a service. They're just, this is a service that you're agreeing to do that will, of course, benefit you, but the benefit will affect many, many others will be affected positively by this. Okay. So I don't really even need to open the transmission. It's already so present. But we welcome in this transmission of divine love consciousness that is for your highest good and the highest good of all. Okay, it's beginning as the downward or the descending divine force that flows down from source as if from high above, like a waterfall, to cleanse your systems, to open your systems, and then it's flowing all the way down through the bottom of your system into the earth. So each of us is just becoming a channel for the descending divine force to flow through us and into the earth below us. Just expand your central energy column to receive more of this light, to be a larger channel. And expanding your system more, which is also expanding your awareness more. Your awareness of who and what you truly are as an infinite divine being, and your awareness of this descending divine force that's flowing through each one of you into the earth. Expanding even more now. There's so much light coming in. And you can always expand more and hold more light and hold a higher vibration of light. This is automatically clearing away all surface noise, recent emotions, like from dealing with traffic, recent thoughts that are just kind of random triggered thoughts or circular thoughts. Okay, there's just so much light and love and truth channeling through, and it wants an outlet. And the first level, we're just going to open it at the level of the heart chakra. Let this start radiating out to all of Virginia. Just allow it to connect, this energy to connect to the state of Virginia. Everybody connected with the state of Virginia, the geography of Virginia. The animals, the trees, plants, mountains, rivers, lakes. Okay, the ones I call the ancient ancestors, who have been around since the very beginning of this whole Earth planet, Earth game. And energetically, they reside in the core of the earth. These very ancient ancestors are wishing to assist to help this cleansing of Virginia State and the land, geography of Virginia, the people. So it's like they're sending their energy up along with the ascending divine force that rises as if from the center of the earth up into your energy system, up through your central energy column, rises like a fountain above you and falls back down all around you. But in this case, it rises to the heart chakra and it also radiates out. It's a very, very powerful blessing of these like ancient shamans, caretakers of the earth. So this is creating a grid work of light, meaning each of you are a point of light, helping to anchor this energy, helping to channel it. And then there's also connections between our heart chakras. So you could visualize it as we all have a connection to the center of the earth and these ancient ancestors. We all have a connection to the divine source as if high above us. And then we all have this connection to each other, lines of light between our hearts. And then we have lines of light to everybody in the state of Virginia. Heart-to-heart connections. Pure, loving light connections. And this is already manifesting quite a bit of healing, helping to raise the vibration of the whole state. The light is so much stronger than the darkness, so much stronger. So just the few of us here can offset hundreds of thousands. Yeah, there's more light here than there are outlets. And that's partially because of that karma. Let's see. Yeah, this is past karma for the state of Virginia that actually blocks its ability to receive this light. Okay, the first one they're showing me is, yeah, when the first, yeah, it's related to how the Native Americans were treated in this area. So a lot of that's been healed by various groups along the way and various individuals. But I'm just scanning. Yeah, there's a couple different hot spots, but interestingly enough, it looks like Dulles Airport was built on top of, yeah, an area that was sacred to the Indians, the Native Americans, long ago. Yeah, there's a sense of these Native American ancestors having been paved over and kind of sealed in. They're not free. Yeah. And since Dulles Airport's probably not going anywhere anytime soon, we have to find a way to open their way to freedom, it looks like. Huh. Part of it is the Native Americans, they weren't just victims. They had their own karmas going on. They had, yeah, there was a mix of good and bad. They weren't all good. They had their karma going on. And that's what brought on some of this destructive um, mistreatment that they experienced. But part of their karma was an attachment to the land that, yeah, that's the best way I can describe it right now. There was an over attachment. At some point, there was an over attachment that developed, and that's actually what imprisoned them. It's interesting. I'm checking the energy system of the whole state of Virginia to see if that's enough information to help this release now. There's a lot of different factors, though, involved. So let's just clear the one that I have right there. Clear, 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 clear. Clearing that over attachment, clearing, yeah, over attachment to the land, and then kind of like wanting to be sealed off there, but not a good kind of wanting. It was more like it was done out of revenge to haunt the white man kind of feel to it. Clear, 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 clear. Would you be willing to allow yourself to simply be free as the divine beings you are? Yeah, it's very interesting how all this is focused on like the ground below Dulles Airport, and Dulles Airport being, it's like a portal. It's a travel portal, a shipping portal. There's so many people that move through that and work in and around that area. So it's an energetic portal as well. There's an energetic hub. Okay, and the guides are saying that's where we need to focus the healing energy. There's so much chaotic energy, but there is a focus at Dulles. There's one kind of focus that breaks through the chaos, and we can kind of ride that energetically. Yeah, release, 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 release. So it's almost like we're tapping into the top of this energetic hub, and just uh, there's all this pressure built up that needs to release. And we're like popping a hole in the top of it and letting all this build up pressure to just release, release, release. And you can help by visualizing that radiant heart, your heart radiating this light and love, focused on this energy hub centered at Dulles Airport. It's like an epicenter for Virginia energetically. Okay, and now, yeah. So that's allowing the descending divine force to be focused. Yeah, there's like a central energy column running down through Dulles Airport, and this descending divine force is now transmitting through our assistance, is able to transmit down through that portal into the earth. And then at the heart chakra, what would be like the heart chakra starting to radiate out, kind of at ground level. The heart is kind of at ground level. The ancient ancestors are still sending their energy now up through this portal from the core of the earth. And you could just, imagine each of us at some point in a circle around Dulles Airport, just helping to anchor in this light-filled portal that we're creating. Using the natural vortex that Dulles Airport is energetically, just by virtue of, its use and its location. Okay, that's starting to flow. You might be able to feel there's more of a calm flow beginning. It's like before, just to get things open, it had to be more intense and more full of intent. But it's starting to calm down now. And that radiant heart of the airport. Yeah, radiating out this love, light, and truth from the heart of the airport to the whole state of Virginia. Okay, there's some more cleanup with regards to the Native Americans. I'm just going to clear that out. If you can imagine, the state has a second and third chakra. That's where these are being cleared from. And then the Revolutionary War effects. A lot of that's been cleared out by others. Let's just see what's there here now. Yeah, there's not too much at that level. The next thing popping up is slavery. Yeah, there's a lot of knots, a lot of entangled energy. Again, everybody involved had their own mix of good and bad karma and their own choices as divine beings to have certain experiences, whether that of being a slave or a slave owner. From the point of view of infinite divine being, those were all freely chosen experiences. Each soul had their own purpose. Yeah, and as that understanding is brought into the energy system of the whole state, yeah, there's an acrimonious energy that's just dissolving and releasing. Yeah, the metaphor they're giving me is like you're part of a stage play that's about slavery. So some of the actors are playing slaves and some are playing masters and of those slaves. But in fact, you're all just playing characters, you're playing roles. After the play's over, you go out for drinks together because you're best of friends and you know it wasn't real. Well, that's the energy that's being transmitted into Virginia's energy system. That level of consciousness that understands. So it's not really excusing anyone's behavior. It's just taking it all up to another level where no excuses for behavior are even needed. You just see that it was a play, and everybody playing was there by choice. There we go. Yeah. What if everybody in the state of Virginia was operating at this higher level of consciousness? I mean, everyone could just drop into love. and respect and honor and appreciation, regardless of one's history, nationality, skin color. Okay, Civil War is coming in now, Civil War. Yeah, again, I can see that a lot of people have done a lot of cleanup around the Civil War, clearing karma. Just see what's there for us now. Yeah, it's kind of along the same lines. This is black versus white, white versus black, kind of racism, reverse racism, that acrimonious energy that it just breeds on itself if it's allowed to. So bringing in the truth that sets it free from continuing to just feed on itself. Just bringing it to where it can collapse in. Collapse, dissolve, let go. Collapse, dissolve, let go. Okay, now the guys just zipped me all the way forward to present time. It was quite a shift, but there must be a purpose. Okay, so here now, present time. Present time, yeah, that overflow from DC is getting in the way, so that must be what's next. So, they're showing me the image of like a spoiler on the back of a car. It doesn't stop the air from moving, it just redirects the air. And they're kind of like saying that's what's needed between DC and Virginia. It's just a spoiler that can just like redirect the overflow that's coming from DC so it doesn't directly hit Virginia. So let's see what that, how that can come about. Okay, so energetically, the first step they're showing me is to just make Virginia transparent to the overflow from DC. So there's all these angels coming in. All these angels, just thousands upon thousands of angels. It's like they're gathering around the borders of Virginia, the edge of Virginia. Archangel Metatron is overseeing this. And all archangels are just absolutely huge, vast beings. But most especially Metatron is just this huge, vast force that we can hardly even comprehend at all. But he and his helper angels have brought their focus to the energy system of Virginia, and they're holding this. they're making use of us to anchor this. But they're showing Virginia how to become transparent to the other states, and especially the District of Columbia that are next to them. So you might be able to feel that shift that's happening in your own system. This is a good skill to have. It's a great skill to know how to become transparent to energies that are around you. So you're getting a lesson in this right now just by participating and helping it to happen for all of the state of Virginia. And to do this, these angels are helping to lift the vibration of the whole state, because lower vibrations cannot become transparent. Only higher vibrations have that quality and ability. There's certain parts of the state that are a little more stuck in lower vibrations. I'm just bringing love, light, and truth to those parts of the state. These are actually more rural in the west end of the state. A little bit in the central part of the state. Okay, those are lifting now. Lifting, lifting. More transparent now. It's like even the mind, your mind and the mind of the state, you could say, is becoming quieter and more transparent. And there's something they're going to do here with the energy of all of Virginia. Just follow it the best you can, but it involves like a going underneath it all, and then the whole thing just lifting up for a moment and then letting go. Yeah, good. That allowed the whole state to come up to a higher stable point. We're going to do it again, where we just kind of bring your awareness and intent underneath it all, and then rise up through it all, lifting, and then let go. Let it drop, let it fall. Good. Yeah. It's allowed a higher stable point again. Yeah, and they're just showing me now energetically that actually has created, not just with DC, but all the other surrounding states, it's created like a deflection shield, kind of like a spoiler on the back of a car. Yeah, so a lot of that overflow from DC is just, it's being pushed up, and yeah, it's not coming down into Virginia the way it was before. We're just leaking directly into Virginia the way it was before. Okay, so just pull back, get the overview. Okay, now I'm going to pull it down. Okay, so there we are in that space. We're all open to the descending divine force, the ascending divine force. Our divine beingness is radiating with love out through our heart chakras. We're together in a room, creating this radiant group. That is a service to others and also, of course, benefits each one of us. Okay, I'm seeing some resisting energies that come up as we hold that radiance. Just see what these are. It's mostly issues around time and money. And then there's like a thread of light they want me to pull down from divine source. Let me just find the one they're talking about. Okay, this is a thread of abundance, actually. Abundance of money, abundance of time, abundance of purpose. So I'm pulling this down into the group and into each of your crown chakras and each of the people that want to participate in this kind of group and event. Looks like it's being pulled down all the way to the heart chakra. Oh, it's continuing down to the third, second chakra, being anchored at the first chakra. And the higher information that comes with this energy, this connection to divine abundance, is I always have what I need when I need it. I always have the time for that which is best for me. I always allow myself to pursue that which I most love. I am love. I am love. I am love. I am abundance. I am abundance. I am abundance. And then those are mixing into I am abundant love. I am abundant love. I am abundant love. Okay, that's been anchored, and now they're activating it. Okay. Just gonna pull back, get the overview again, see if there's anything else for this time. Okay, it's just harmonizing frequencies are coming in to help balance all that we did today, all that we experienced. Crown chakra is opening to receive more and more of this harmony and balance and integration. The angels are thanking you, thanking all of us, and they're beginning to pull back now. Okay. The guides are suggesting I leave the transmission open and yeah, we're going to open the space for you to share anything that came to you as you were experiencing that.